When my wife said, "Let's stay friends through the separation," I actually believed her. Maybe that was foolish, or maybe I just couldn't face the truth, that our marriage was really over. After 8 years together, the word friends felt gentler than goodbye. It sounded like a thread of hope, a quiet promise that maybe, somehow, we'd find our way back to each other. For the first few weeks, we still talked as if nothing had changed. She'd text to ask about my day, send me funny videos, even call late at night when she couldn't sleep. I told myself it meant something, that there was still a spark left. But deep down, I knew it was only comfort, hers and mine. I was her familiar voice in the dark, the person she turned to when the emptiness got too loud. And then there was Lena, my ex-wife's best friend. She'd always been around, birthdays, game nights, lazy Sunday mornings. She was the quiet one, steady and observant, the calm in every storm. After the separation, she started checking in on me. At first, I thought she was just being kind, looking out for me because of her friendship with my ex. But our late-night talks started stretching longer. The laughter came easier. And slowly, she stopped being part of my old life and became part of my new one. I never meant for anything to happen. I just needed someone who saw me for who I was now, not who I had been. But the boundary between comfort and something deeper blurred faster than I expected. One night changed everything. Lena invited me over for dinner, saying she'd cooked too much pasta and didn't want it to go to waste. I almost said no. It felt wrong, too close. But loneliness makes you bend rules you once swore you wouldn't. So I went. The evening was easy, light. We talked about everything except my ex. She laughed at my jokes, rolled her eyes at my teasing about her endless true crime podcasts. When I was about to leave, she walked me to the door. For a moment, silence settled between us, soft, meaningful. Her eyes met mine, searching, steady. And before I could think, I leaned in. The kiss wasn't planned. It was hesitant, testing the edges of a line we both knew was there. But once it happened, it couldn't be undone. That night, I couldn't sleep. Guilt sat heavy in my chest. My ex's voice echoed in my mind, "Let's stay friends." Was this what she meant? Was this the kind of friendship she'd imagined? But then I remembered, she had already moved on. Her social media was full of bright smiles and fresh starts. Maybe I was just lagging behind. Weeks slipped past, and somehow, Lena and I began circling each other, pulled together by something we couldn't quite define. What began as comfort slowly turned into a sense of home. But secrets have a way of surfacing. It was a quiet Sunday afternoon. I was at Lena's apartment, half watching a movie, when her phone lit up on the table. I hadn't meant to glance, but the name on the screen stopped me cold, my ex-wife. The color drained from Lena's face. "She knows," she whispered. Apparently, a mutual friend had spotted us at a cafe the week before. Small city, smaller circles, there was no escaping it. That night, my ex called. Her voice was tight, sharp with disbelief. "Lena," she said, the words sounding like venom. I didn't argue, didn't defend myself. How could I? She wasn't wrong. It did feel like betrayal. The days that followed were heavy. Friends kept their distance. Gossip spread. Lena lost someone she'd known forever. I lost the last threads of my former life. And yet, beneath the wreckage, there was something new, clarity. Love doesn't always arrive clean or convenient. Sometimes it's tangled in guilt, born from mistakes, but still undeniably real. Months later, I saw my ex at the grocery store. She looked well, lighter, at peace. We exchanged brief smiles, no anger, no nostalgia, just quiet understanding between two people who had finished their chapter. As she walked away, I realized she had been right about one thing. We did remain friends after the separation, just not in the way either of us ever imagined.